Hello and welcome to this course, online communication. It's not about online alone, it's about communication in general, but we focus here after a feedback from, especially from Martin at the end of this course. We focus here on on how to set up an online training. This is the frame. I made this video after the course was finished and after we had all these experiences and feedbacks as an addition, but also as an introduction to the course, to give this course a frame. And the frame is how to make an online course with recommendations here in this course, recommendations we followed to make this course possible. So I start here with this in this tool, lesson 2, with the basic online communication tools. You find here a lot of introduction videos to the following session. So it's about from what you see here in the course, it's about from types, from letters to sentences to spoken and written words. We focus on any kind of pictures and images and photos and where you get them from, mostly for free, and how you can enhance the quality of your own photos. We look how we can import and work with these pictures in moving pictures, in slideshows, and in the combination with text, with words, with messages, and go on with more movement in direction videos and movies. You will get some recommendations about cutting movies and working with movies, again enhancing the quality of videos, self-made videos or others. Then we insert some music, royalty-free music in slideshows or in movies eventually, or also in presentations as a background music. I will show you how to, this course shows you how to wear and how to get this royalty-free music. Then we focus a little bit on the tools of web design and websites like this. So this is in fact what I will start with. We have here a WordPress template and the plugin. This is called LearnDash. It's a LMS system, a learn management system, where this course also is set up. And then we come to lesson 3. We have here 5 topics. Come on, open. 5 topics. Yeah. So we have here the learning, e-learning definition, e-learning systems, management, learning management systems. I will not focus on many different systems in this introduction. I will, in this introduction, just focus on those programs and which we used in this course and which I really want to recommend. So from this general introduction into e-learning, we come to LMS tools like LearnDash. There's another quite recommendable solution for online courses, which is free. This is Google Classroom. I will show you a little bit about that. And then we have a wonderful tool which we use for recording, like this recording is also made in Zoom. This is a conference tool and a recording tool as well. Then we come to any kind of quizzes and tests, assessments we can do. We can do it in the Learn Management System here in LearnDash. And we have some other programs, especially two, which I want to recommend, and this is Kahoot and Poll Everywhere. And then for evaluation, for feedback forms, for longer questions, which are not so gamified like Kahoot or Poll Everywhere, I would recommend Google Forms and LearnDash for online quizzes. This is mainly the framework, and I want to start with the goal of this online training communication, and the goal is that you are able to start a course on a website, like, for example, like this one. So this is the acteco.eu website. This is a project which was initiated by Artur, by Susanna Kirolfova from Slovakia. We are partners in this. It's an Erasmus Plus project. And the goal here in these next 2 years is to set up courses for eco-building on this platform. So all these step courses we do are published here on this acteco.eu website. So what I said at the beginning, we made this platform in WordPress and in LearnDash. So what is WordPress? WordPress is a CMS, a content management system, like some others, but it's the biggest. And in my opinion, when you work a little bit with WordPress, it's the easiest one and it's completely free. So what you do is you upload, usually you go to wordpress.com or in your language, wordpress.de, and download the latest version. This is a zip file which you can get there. You need a web space usually, or you can directly upload it on your web page on WordPress. This is also free, so you can make a WordPress site on WordPress also. Except you want your own domain, like acteco.eu, like this platform. And then in this WordPress, which looks like, when I click here on the dashboard, which looks like a summary of templates, plugins, and tools which enable WordPress to present what you see on in your browser at the end. So this is the here's the WordPress dashboard. When I log in this dashboard, so all I have to do after downloading WordPress is uploading down WordPress on your web page. There are simple, easy instructions how you fill in and connect to your database, which is usually a MySQL database, and it's done in about 5 minutes, and you have your first WordPress site where you log in, usually, like I'm here logged in with the participants account on this website, and I can start to work. So what you see here is a lot of stuff. You see posts. I can add a post. I can add media in this WordPress. I can add pages. This is what the usual websites consist of. Yeah. And then I have a lot of other stuff which is not really necessary. Sometimes it's just to make a site more pleasant. Like an extra gallery, lightbox gallery, some other plugins. Then you have usually the appearance. This is where you select your themes. So your template, this is the design of your website. This is usually predefined. So you can use here any kind of templates, free and paid templates. These templates should be at least responsive, so they adjust to the size of your screen or of the viewer's screen. So, for example, normal computer or a tablet or an iPhone or a mobile phone held straight up, or landscape format. So this is called responsive. Sometimes we have to, as graphic designers, we have to do layouts, websites in this different, in one template for these different sizes, that it really looks nice and the text is readable, not too small. The pictures are still there in the optimal size, and the menu, the navigation of this site works well. So it's usually a template which provides you with all this stuff. You don't have to care much about the stuff. If you select a good template, then this template will do all this design work for you, and you just fill in this template your texts, your images, your videos, and any kind of other graphic additions. So in this case, we work with LearnDash, and we work with a template called Astra. These two programs fit very well together. So in LearnDash, it is recommended to work with Astra, with this Astra template, and you can adjust these templates with style sheets, so the colors, the appearance of the website can be adjusted to what kind of colors you want, or also what kind of type fonts you want to show on your website. So this is the framework of WordPress. When we usually have a template like that, and this is, as I said before, is this Astra template and the LearnDash platform, then I have here with the LearnDash platform especially courses. I can make a new course, and you see in the headline here, I can go to my dashboard, I can go directly to my themes, the templates. I can change these templates, because in a CMS system, in a content management system like WordPress, the text or the content is separated from the optic, from the template. So you can write your posts, you can write your pages, you can write your courses, like here in a learning platform. And if it's out of date, out-fashioned, and you want something new, you just change the template, adjust this template to the content you made before, and this content will show up in a new form in this new template. You can change that. So it's not connected, it's adjusted. We have some widgets, which are, for example, site boards, where they are, but most of this in LearnDash, most of these widgets are already there. And you have the menus. This is the navigation of our website here, like home, all courses, about, contact, and my account. Then you have the customizing button. When you go to customize, you come to the adjusting the styles of a website. So you can adjust everything here. You can upload your logo, you can adjust the colors, the type fonts. If you are not satisfied with what you see in a template, then you can change all this stuff. This is a possibility to adjust to your brand, or to your logos and to your colors, which you usually use on a website or in print form. So you have here the header, the breadcrumbs, the blocks, the sidebars, all of this stuff you can adjust. And this appearance is here according to this template, to Astra, and you can change that. I can change the global functions, for example, the typography. I can look at the base typography, and I see here all my texts are made in Lato. This is a free font, which is usually provided by Google. And I have the sizes, the weight. I can transform the text. I can adjust the line height, and the paragraph margin button. For just to give you one example, what you can adjust with this appearance. Then you have, which is usually not necessary on our platform here, the comments. And then we have under new, all the possibilities to make new posts, for example, in a blog, your new media, you upload a picture, a PDF, a video, something like that. A page which is static and will not order in the form of a blog, a template, also possible to upload here, or make here a new template. Product, this is more or less for WooCommerce, for shops, for e-shops, that you have a product, order, coupon. This is interesting for us. It's a new course. Then in the course, I have new lessons. I have topics. The topics are in the lessons, like let's say lesson 1 is here, communication, basic communication. And in this basic communication lesson, I have some sessions or topics. These are called topics here in Learndish. Then I have the possibility to make quizzes. Quizzes in Learndish are more or less tests, and you can adjust in these tests how many points a subscriber of your course will get when he finishes this test and is successful with 100 points or like that. And in this quiz, you have a lot of questions. These questions are stored here extra alone. Also, you make a quiz in itself complete, but the nice thing here on Learndish is that all the single questions are stored in these questions, and you can make a single question and then tell this question should be in the quiz so and so on this in this lesson, like that. Then you have the possibility to give certificates. You have a gallery, which is not just one picture, like which you would upload in media. You can make a gallery for more pictures. Then you have groups, flows, users, and VP forms. Forget that. The only thing which is important, if you are owner of a website, is the users and the subscribers. So in the user, with this user, I can, whenever I have a new subscriber for a course, I can enter this user has access to this course and this course and this course, and from where to when, like that. So I can adjust for a user completely which access he has if he comes to this website here, acteco.eu, or any other training platform. I am here as a step participant. I'm logged in. So all these participants have the same rights as I do now. And what you see here is my account. This is usually what subscribers have on this site, the entry. So they can here, if they are logged out, they can here log in. I will log out here so that I can show you how to enter again. I go back to the acteco page. This is a special login for all administrators. It's not necessary, so we can also log in via my account. So I'm now logged out and I'm a visitor, subscriber of one of these courses or more of these courses, and I have my account here and I can log in on this platform, and I type in in this case, I will log in as a stepper. So as a participant of this course, and I log in and I'm in, as I was before, I'm in these courses. And then I see which courses are available for me. So we will concentrate then on the new course and on the communication course, here the step unit 8 online communication course. I can expand that all so that I see the content. So here the content is already what I said before. You have a lesson usually, and in this lesson you have several topics. This is what you see here. So when you close that all, then you see just the lessons, and when you open it, you will see all the content, which is also in the lessons. So I will go to one of these courses, let's say the new course, and show you the structure of such a new course. So this is a new course where steppers are allowed to make their own web pages at the end. So again, you have here the course content. These are mainly 3 lessons. And if you expand all that, then you have the topics inside. The topics here in this units or in these lessons are mainly the names of the participants who have the right to make their own page here. And I already made one page. I will open that. So if I click on that and I'm here registered, then I see what I have done before, and I can change it every time I revisit this website. So I usually don't look for any course or lesson or topic in the dashboard. I use my browser to surf to the special site which I want to work with, or where I want to edit something or add something, and then I click here on edit. So this is the next button beside the new. I have the edit function. So if I go to edit, I can work in this page, in this site, whether it is a lesson, a quiz, or a topic. So this is, for example, a topic. This is why WordPress told me edit topic. So I have here elements in that. What kind of elements can I enter on such a web page? First, the title. So this is the title. You see it here on top, and I can change it here. So I give it a new title, for example. Something what I changed. And then I have the basic functions here. So I have a plus, where I can add blocks. It's called block. You see it also here. So there's a document. This whole document. There is the information about the document itself. This page, this topic, and then I have the blocks. So if I click on block, for example, I will add a block, and I can choose what kind of information I want to enter. What kind of possibilities do I have here? A paragraph is a text, for example. A custom HTML is for embedding videos. A list is a text where I have the possibility, like in Word, to make a list. dots or with numbers. There is a heading inside that, so I can write a headline. A pull quote, which we use, for example, and you always see this here on the right side, an example of what you will enter. So very nice here. Custom HTML. I can enter a text, a paragraph start with building a blog of a narrative. I can add a big letter in the beginning, a list, you see a list, an image, you see an image, a gallery, usually more images, quote, if I want to write a quote. This is usually what most used topics are usually always on the beginning. So when you start to work and you select, for example, paragraph and custom HTML, then it is under most used and you don't have to scroll down. If what else do I have? You have some Learn-LMS blocks. This is usually not necessary here. We don't need it for filling our we can use it, but it's not necessary. You can forget that what is in. Then you have the common blocks. So here is paragraph, list, heading, image, gallery, quote, audio, cover, file, and video. So you can embed your video with this video button as well. And the file is usually any kind of downloadable file, like a PDF, which you want to add. So this is under the common blocks. Then you have some formatting blocks. This is custom HTML. So here you find the custom HTML block where we and the pull quote. As soon as you click these two here under formatting, you add it also to the most used. Then they are on top, and I can work with only these few inserts. So I will start with a paragraph with a text. So I add a text, and it will always add at the end here. And I can start writing. So I have a text block. And again, on top, you see I can select the text and make it bold. I can make it italic. I can add a link to it. If I want to add a link, I just add some whatever. If I know it by heart. So if I have to enter that it is a link, and then I define if this link opens in a new window or if it stays in the same window. It's always recommended to open it in a new tab. If it's a different site, when it's a site where on LearnDash, on acteco platform, then I would not mark this open in a new tab, because then you want that people go from one site to the other. But external sites, usually I let it open in a new tab. So when you close this tab, you come back to your initial site, acteco.eu. This is all what I have to do. And you see that the color also changed of my hello. And you will see afterwards that I can, if I click on that, if I updated this page and previewed it, I can click on this link and come to this other page. So this was a text. Then the next thing which I can enter is a image. Let's say an image. For an image, you have the possibility to upload the image, or you just select it from the media library, or you insert the image from another URL, from Wikimedia, for example, or from Pexels, or from other sources where you know you get copyright-free pictures, or these pictures are already your own. You know. you have a second web page, you can just go to your web page, click on this picture, copy the address, the link address to this picture, and enter it here. We look here in the media library, for example, as a start. So here we have all the files which are on this web page, and I can select any kind of picture which was uploaded, like this one, and select it. I see here, this comes from a camera which makes some marks. I can edit it. I can give this picture an alt text, description, and I have a copy link. I can, and this is just, okay, it's in the root folder, it's stored there. And I just select this picture. I don't need much adjustments to that. So I see this picture is here uploaded. I see that the alignment is here in the middle. So this is align center. I can change this. I can make it align left. I can make it align right. I can make it as big as the whole site is, and full width. This is usually the best solution, where when you upload the bigger picture, then but usually here in LearnDash, we work with, you upload this picture and it's done. Yeah, so it's uploaded in the middle, in the center, like that. If you want to change this picture, you can go to replace and select again from the media library, or you upload a new picture, or enter a new link from an URL from another domain where there is a picture, and you can change that as well here. You can link in the picture. So if I want this media file to link, I can link to the bigger format, because usually this is a smaller format of what I uploaded. So when I upload the media file, usually this file is uploaded in many different sizes. Depending on the initial size, I uploaded it. Here on LearnDash, I can upload pictures up to 2 megabytes, for example, not more. This is enough for showing it on a website, and it's still fast loading. 2 megabyte file would be too big. So this is why WordPress and usually and other content management systems make many files in different sizes. And then you can link that file, for example, to the big size. So I can link it to the media file, enter that, and this is one of the possibilities. Yeah. So when I click on this picture, then the big picture will open. This is what I said. So I can do, by just clicking it on the picture, I have this toolbar, and I can here, these are additional stuff. I can insert before this block. Think of a block. This is a block. This image here is in a block. I can insert before a text, another picture, insert after the next thing. I can edit this as HTML. This is what you can forget, and you can group it. This is also not necessary for you. The same things as here. You have here on a little bit of that on the right side in the sidebar. So in this case, my picture is large. I can change this also here. So these are usually the sizes where picture is uploaded. It's thumbnail, medium, large, and full size picture. I have here a percentage, so I can reset and make this picture smaller. I can say this is too big for me, and make it 50%, 25%, or whatever. This, or again in the initial size, and you see the width and the height in pixel here, and you can also adjust it to the exact size you want to show on this website. So this is how to adjust. But usually you have two possibilities. One possibility is to show a full size picture, so a full width of the column where the text is, or you align it when it is only an illustrative picture. For example, when I add here a new picture, a sign, for example, image, and I select again from my media library, small sign, and I want it align left. So this is, for example, the logo for the step course, yeah, for the steppers. So I can make this align left again here on top. I can say this is align left. And I can also say here, this is a thumbnail, the size. If it's a little bit too big for me, I can make it smaller or adjust it exactly in the size I want. So I leave it like that, 150 by 150 pixel. And if I add now a text, when I align this picture left, then the next text will be beside, on the right side, beside the picture I uploaded. So I can write. Okay. So this is a possibility. I can change this again when I click on it, and I can say this picture should be aligned right. Then my text would be on the left side from the picture, or it doesn't make sense to make it center, because when it's centered, then the text will be under it. Yeah. So we leave it align left. So this is sort of a signature for my text where I can write a few sentences to it. So these are mainly the pictures, the possibilities with pictures you can do with images. We will add a new, and this is the gallery. So it's completely similar to a single picture, but these pictures are now connected. So in a gallery, usually they are shown in a grid, and you have also some possibilities to adjust a gallery. So we don't upload here, we just look on some pictures in the media gallery, but you could also upload these pictures from your media file, from your computer. So I will select some pictures, which I, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you see, I just click on it and you have the OK here. And if I click a second time on that, I would remove it. So only these 3 pictures would I want the 4 pictures. Yeah. So I create a new gallery. This is all I need to do. I can give each picture a caption, which is a subtitle under the picture. But I don't want to. I just want these 4 pictures in a gallery. So I insert the gallery. As soon as I say insert the gallery, I have inserted this gallery. So this gallery is now, because my picture was on the left side, so I will make this a line in the middle, then my gallery is under it again. So I have here a gallery. This is a sort of grid, and I can adjust this. So what you see here, when I click on the gallery, on the right side, I just click once somewhere in this, one of these pictures in the gallery, then I see how many columns I have. As I have 4 pictures, for example, I don't want that one picture like this is bigger. I can adjust it and say I want 2, for example, 2 columns. Then I have this gallery, or I make 4. Yeah, then I have just 1 line of small pictures. And the next thing I do is I define here the link. So when I click on these pictures, I want to link or open the media file. So I will link to the media file, not to an attachment page, which this is the one possibility, or to none, which means this picture will not link somewhere. If you click on it, nothing happens. So always media file, and that's it. So they're a little bit small. I want them bigger. So I adjust this gallery with the two columns. So I have a nice gallery of 4 pictures. And I can crop these images, as not all images are the same format. If I click here on crop, and I would have, for example, another format, let's add another picture to this gallery, that you will see that. So I have some other format like any kind of vertical format. This one, for example, this is a vertical picture. If I would add this to the gallery and I say update my gallery, so I have now 5 pictures, and you will see if you crop your images, then these pictures will have the same size as your vertical picture. So you have a not somehow a wrong format, or that you stretch it. It's just you have the middle part of this picture, so it's not the full picture shown. So this is what you can decide if you have this kind of images here in your gallery. So now we have 5 pictures, and I make everything a little bit smaller, that you can see. I have 5 columns, or I have, let's say, 6 columns, so that you see when I work with it. What automatically happens if you have one format, which is a vertical format, all the other pictures will be adjusted in the height to this format. If I click again, not crop, then all these landscape format pictures will stay like they are. And if I click on one picture like here or this one, I can, with these arrows, I can easily move them to where I want. And I want to say, okay, this is here, and this should be the first picture. So I click on that and click here and here again and again and again and again, and it is my first picture. So I can reassemble all these pictures in the gallery, or with this button I can also remove them. Automatically my columns will adjust to the size of these pictures. So I have now again 5 pictures. This was also not initially in my gallery, and I adjust it again to 2 columns, and I have my nice bigger pictures. I will remove this part here. I don't want that anymore. So you can, with the 3 buttons here, you can remove this block easily. So then it's gone. It's no more there. If I made this by default, I didn't want that. I can always go back here with the back button, and again my picture is here. Yeah. So can go forward and backward here. This is undo, and this is redo. This is what I can do. But in this case, I want to remove it. So we remove this block here. So we have one single picture here on top. This is single. And then I have a gallery here. So this text is here, or should be in the beginning. So I have another possibility here. If I just click on this text somewhere, then I have these outlines which are not shown on the web page. I can move them up wherever I want them. Yeah. So here's my text now. This is my first block. We will remove this one. We don't want that now. This was another gallery I made before. I will also remove this gallery. So the whole block of the gallery. And we will do this afterwards again. So we also remove this block here. So I started with and the subtitle as well. I started with a text. Yeah, here. This was my text. Okay, remove this block. My text, then an image, then a gallery, and now I want to add a photo. Embed a video. So this is the next step. So I can go to any kind of web page where I have my videos. For example, this is my channel, or you add a video from any kind of website. And let's look at this video here. I can play it, and as you surf to YouTube, you play your video, go to this video you want to embed. So it opens here, my channel opens here in a new tab and shows you the video, how people see it when they go to YouTube. So when I want to add this video, I have two possibilities. I can go to the URL of this video and just copy this link, or I embed it, then I can adjust it. So we will embed it, this video, and I will show you two ways how to embed it. One way is by just clicking with the right, with your mouse, the right side of your mouse on this frame, and then, sorry again, so, and then I have here Einbettungscode kopieren. This is German because my YouTube channel is in German. If yours is in English, then there will be, you will find here embedding code, copy embedding code. Yeah, this is what you do. You copy that. This is one possibility, and then you go back to your web page here and just copy paste it here. So then you have a certain, this is the size of the width and the height of this video, how it will be published here. It has nothing to do with the original size of the video, just how big is my window of this video here on this website, and I will make this 100%. So this adjusts to whatever device you have. If you watch it on a mobile phone, it will be 100% of this frame, and if you have a big screen, then it will be 100% of this big screen. And the height, you just can't believe me. This is, you have to measure this once or try and error. This is depending on your template. Yeah, so usually when this 100% video is somehow 600 pixel wide, then your height will be 450 pixel. So otherwise you have a lot of black space above and under your video. So this is nothing dramatic, just adjust it by looking at it in the preview. So we entered here a video. This was the next part. I wanted to show you another way to for this code. So another, how to get this embedding code. Another way is by having the same picture and you just share this picture. So you share it, in German it's teilen, you share it, and then you go to embed picture, and then you can copy this. And this is the same code I made with my right click before. So this is, I will close this and this one because it makes my internet slower. whenever I have a lot of video tools open, then my computer is not so fast. So I go back to my page, and the last thing we usually do on all these pages in the courses is a quote. We can add a quote. So we add a pull quote. This is called pull quote. If you don't find it here, you just go to common blocks, no, formatting. Yeah, and here you have your pull quote. Yeah, so you can add it from here, or when you once add a pull quote, then you will see it under most used, and then you have it available. So I can write here a citate, a quote. I can write it or copy it. So let's go to a page where I can find this. This is Goodreads. Quotes. So goodreads.com quotes. This is usually the web page which we use for quotes. So I have to wait until this page comes. So here it is. I have a browse by tag search function. I can look at science quotes, spirituality, love quotes, or whatever, or I have a certain topic. In this case, it's about learning. So I look what all these famous people, or not so famous people, what people said about learning. So any fool can know, the point is to understand. This is, for example, a quote which we will copy completely, including the guy who said that. This was Albert Einstein, and I go back and copy, paste again, so any fool can, yeah. And this Albert Einstein belongs under right citation. This is from whom it comes here. And automatically it has another font. Oops. Copy and paste, because I want this also on the other side like that, and I don't want the spacer here inside. This is not necessary. It's like that. So this is my pull quote. So my page is mainly ready whenever I want to change something. Let's say I want, between this image and here my gallery, I want to add some text. Then I can click on the block before, like this one, and say insert after. It adds just a block, and I define in the block what I want to add here. So I can define, this is again a paragraph. If I don't define anything, it will be a text. So I can start to write here. Okay. If I decide later that I want this block to be somewhere else, maybe after the gallery here, I just click it, and with the up and down arrows, I can move it upwards or downwards. This is all. So my site is ready. Yeah, so I have all the elements which are necessary for one topic of the LearnDash course. To save all that, I go to update here. I can preview it before. This is possible. If I'm not sure if I want to update it, I'm sure that I want that. So I update it, and I see here view topic, and I can go back to the view. Usually subscribers of such a course also what they see. Yeah, when somebody goes to this page, then she sees exactly that. So I have my text, I have my link. If I click on this link, a new tab goes opens with my webpage, papilogit.it. I have one picture. I can click this picture and it will open in a bigger size, so maximum size of my height here. I can close this with the X in the corner. I have my text under the picture. I have my gallery. I can open these gallery pictures as well here in my preview. And then I have here a video embedded from YouTube. So I can start to play this video depending on, so like that. You see it starts to play. And then here I have my quote automatically in the right format. This is defined by the template. So this is to fill one topic site, and this will be the final task for the participants of this step course, that you make such a page. So what do you need for that? And this is the course leads you to this page you will do at the end. Simple page in a course. So what you need to know for that, this is the course about. So we start with the basic online communication, divided in the sessions in 10 topics here. We start with letters, type fonts, and typography. Here are a lot of videos already included. So this is the introduction side to this lesson 2, the basic online communication tools. You have this all about writing, about presenting, about sound, music. You have pictures, you have moving pictures, videos, and here is a symbol for other 3D, for example, 3D tools like SketchUp or something like that. You have it in English here, and you have a German version as well here. And then a second part again in English and German. This is where we start. And then in this lesson 2, usually you have the topics, the content, so the topics. Yeah. So we start here with the letters, type fonts, typography, composition, layout, and all this stuff from one letter to a complete layout. This is what we do in this lesson 2, the base for the basic communication tools. So you see here a lot about popular fonts, how to use fonts for certain, let's say, for example, for a video, how you can embed fonts in a PowerPoint, for example, that you don't lose them when you present that. You see the fundamentals of design. You can watch this video of typography, which is has to do with any kind of how I place my letters and words and sentences and design it on a how I play with words, yeah, on a usually two-dimensional area, whether it is a website or some print device. And then you have an introduction of layout and composition, and some hints how you can maybe adjust or improve your skills concerning this layout. Some other additions like that, and under each side you have the quotes which are somehow connected to this website, and you see also here right before the quotes you see the tools which are used on this site. So this is what I told you. This whole page is based on a WordPress content management system. It's made with LearnDash, the LMS LearnDash system. We have here a lot of YouTube videos, so YouTube to embed the videos. We have under science For example, this sign comes from a web page which is called the Noun Project. So there are free graphics, the best graphics you can get on the internet, I think. So really recommended this page, the Noun Project, in one word.org. We have a picture here from Wikipedia. This is this frame here, this layout, or Satzspiegel in German. From Goodreads, we have the quotes. Then we have translated our webpage here in 2 languages, and for that I would suggest that you use DeepL. So deepl.com is a wonderful translator. This is how DeepL looks. So deepl.com translator. This is, and I can type in here English or German or any kind of language. You will see here, these are the languages which are available in DeepL. So it's German, English, French, Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, Netherlands, Polish, Russian, Japanese, and Chinese, simple Chinese. Yeah. So there may be more, but this DeepL is much better than Google Translate. So you can completely type in here or just copy paste the text from a website. This is what we will do now. So I will go to my first page and I will just type in here. Just copy that and put it on the Learn Dash, and he will automatically adjust this page, and I want to translate it, in this case now, in German. If I want to translate it in any other, in French, it's like that, then he will translate it in French. And these translations are very good. You can copy that and put this on your website as the French translation. Just look over it when you're native with this language and correct maybe 1 or 2 stuffs which are necessary to translate. So this is about letters. Then we come to the next topic here. And this goes on and on, yeah. From, as I told before, from letters and the word itself, not this program, the word, to moving images, to videos, and those stuff. You always have the recording here of this session. There are a lot of links to programs, free, mostly free, or programs which you might have, like Word or PowerPoint. This is what we also integrated, and you have many possibilities in Word and in PowerPoint which you might not know. This is why these introductory videos from GCF Learn Free are here linked. Yeah, they don't come from us. Another good resource is TG Free for any kind of other free programs. It just focuses on free programs. So similar to Word, if you don't have that, or PowerPoint is LibreOffice or OpenOffice. So all this, like in OpenOffice, all these programs are included here, and you can work with that. And then you always have some hints for other programs. So there is no special recommendation. Everybody works with Word, me too, but Word is not a layout program. So for layout programs, if you don't want to focus on very expensive, good programs like InDesign or Quark Express, you can have a similar quality, for example, with Scribus. So this is one of the recommendations in this course. Scribus, to use Scribus if you want more complicated layouts, and these layouts are yours. So this is the difference when I can use a lot of layout programs on the web, one we have seen, for example, which was introduced by Mick. It's Canva.com. The benefit is you have a lot of templates which look real nice, and there are some disadvantages of online programs. So in case of Canva.com, you don't get the source code for your for the work you have done. You are completely dependent on this web page. If they decide from today to tomorrow that they charge €20 per month for it, then you will have to pay this €20 per month, because all your stuff is stored there, and what you can download is the PDF, but never the source code. If you can live with that, it's completely okay to use these tools. But if you want more freedom in your own layouts and in your own compositions, you can use a layout program. And if you use a layout program which is a little bit more complex, I would suggest as a free one to use Scribus. Yeah. Here is a hint for this Canva, an introduction to Canva, and the problems with Canva and all the other online tools, which are quite modern today. But you should just keep in mind, there's no danger. For now, you can do your layout in Canva and it will look very nice, as we have seen in one presentation from Mick at the end of this course. But you don't get the source code. Sometimes the connection is not there. So if you don't have an internet connection to this web page, you cannot work on your file. This is another thing. And you are never sure about that stuff because you don't own it. Yeah, they own it. So again, if you can live with that, okay. For all kinds of presentations, I would recommend try PowerPoint, because you're mostly familiar with PowerPoint. This is one recommendation. And look what PowerPoint, especially the newer PowerPoint versions, can do. You can insert a lot of, you can make it pretty like presentation with Zoom effects. You can add sound, you can publish it on the web, you can record it in the new PowerPoint, and you have here especially so rehearse and record, or saving and sharing this, present your slideshow, these three last lessons from free learning, this YouTube channel. I would recommend you to look at these three. If you have any problems with inserting pictures and the space you need beside the picture to the text, then you could look on this introductory video here by clicking here on these links. Another great tool which I really recommend is, and this is completely free, is Google Slides. You can see in the presentations at the end of this course that many participants decided to try out Google Slides, and the results also for those who made it the first time are really great. You can do wonderful things in Google Slides. One of the big advantages from Google Slide, if you compare it with PowerPoint, is that this is responsive. So you can, especially for a website, if you don't just present it with your projector, if you present it on a website, you can make it responsive. So it will adjust to the size of the computer or mobile phone or tablet of your viewer. And then some other programs for animations. Here is a Prezi recommendation from one of our participants from Gemo, and Prezi itself. So this is about this stuff. You have then calculation tools, you have image tools. We just click on that, and the recommendation here for image tools is mainly to use free platforms like Pexels and Splash. These are the two best platforms for free, royalty-free pictures. You have an introduction here with images, how to work on your computer in Windows 10 with your photo program. This is the photo app or photos on Win and Mac. So here is the Win version and here's the Mac version, how to edit it. The most important stuff is here, the shadow that you should work with. Then some other softwares for more complicated photo editing. These programs are usually big, so it works on a laptop. It will not work on a tablet or on a mobile phone. This is not possible. And you have, similar to Photoshop, you have this GIMP as one recommendation. This is similar if you want a really heavy, big photo editor. This is only necessary if you really make a lot of photos by your own. The other possibility is to use pictures from the web, like that. So here you have the links to Pexels. This is my personal recommendation. I don't surf never on another site except Wikimedia if I need any scientific pictures or illustrative pictures, or if I know this, I need this church or this monument, then I go to Wikimedia, or explanation for any kind of building physics and a graphic to that. This is perfect, Wikimedia and Wikipedia. But for nice, good photos, Pexels is a big, wonderful resource. Unsplash is similar, in my opinion, not so good, but so if you type in strawbale, you have more in Pexels, for example. And the third recommendation is this, what I mentioned before, is the noun project, where you have, when I type in here, when I look for strawbale, then I have these nice graphics, and it's easy to because these are vector graphics, these are transparent graphics. You can use them over a picture, in a picture, or beside, or on a colored background. You just take this picture and drag and drop it from this preview to your computer in this file where you want it. You don't even have to open it to download it. This is quite nice. Another tool which I recommend you is snipping tool. This is just a very small program where you can make a screenshot. On Mac, it's quite familiar. You will be quite familiar with making a screenshot, but for Windows, this is a perfect tool. So you can make a screenshot also from movies. And here's the version for Mac. So this is a combination of 3 tabs, which you usually use to make screenshots on a Mac. For photo slideshows, I recommend you one program. This is Photo Film Strip. So here we have, for example, 5 pictures, and I tried out to make out of these 5 pictures, and sometimes more pictures, but these were the main pictures. I tried out many free programs, and the easiest one is Photo Film Strip. Yeah, so this is made in Photo Film Strip. For example, you can watch this video. It's free, it's fast, it's simple, and easy to apply. So I like this program very much. The slideshow, you can insert a music and then adjust all the pictures you uploaded exactly to the music. So the whole music will play, and if you have these 70 or 17 pictures in your slideshow, 17 pictures will go slower in the same time of this music piece, and 70 pictures will be fast. So This is what photo film strip can. And one other thing is what this is also in the headliner mentioned, the Ken Burns effect. This is a zoom effect between pictures. So all the other programs which I tried out don't have this Ken Burns effect like photo film strip. Yeah, this is really, it's a slideshow, animated slideshow. So you have static pictures, and they should they should look like a movie. This is what we want if we don't have a video, because video editing is really you need a lot of time and a big task, and you need a really strong computer with a lot of workspace to be able to work with that. So with this zoom in, zoom out effect, this Ken Burns effect, you can simulate something like a movie, like a good video. This is why, yeah, it's quite famous, and photo frame strip makes it perfect. I tried the same with Windows. You have in Windows 10 under Photos also a slideshow. I didn't know that before, but it's on our computers. If you downloaded Windows 10, and most probably you have as a Windows user, then you have Photos, and then Photos you have also the slideshow, and you have also a video editor in your Windows 10. Similar with Mac users. Yeah, they also have this photo app, and most probably also other programs for that. So this is made with a Windows slideshow, and you will see one difference, and this is always when we have in pictures one high format, so one vertical format picture, then most of the programs they cannot cope with that. But many of your pictures may be this format and not the landscape format. What the photo frame strip does, it starts here, because naturally, okay, your end format is like that of your video. There's, except from mobile phones, not many formats which are vertical in video. All movies are landscape format. So what a photo frame strip does, it starts here in this part, and then it goes up, or it starts here and then it goes down. And you can adjust this with you have these two windows in photo frame strip, and you can adjust this easy, intuitive and easy. There are others like Resolve, and you can naturally also make a slideshow with your PowerPoint without the newest version, just by clicking on it and recording it in Zoom, as I do this here, and show it and speak to it, record that and download the movie, and then you have the same effect as if you would open or record a PowerPoint in the new version. Then movie tools. We come to movie tools in this session, in this lesson here. So the movies are the biggest formats. You most probably know that when you ever tried to send a movie to somebody, or made a video and downloaded it, or uploaded it to YouTube. These are big files. So with the size of these files, it gets harder to work with it. Everything is slower. Yeah. Usually when you have these professional programs like Photoshop, like Adobe Premiere, for example, or Lightroom, you will wait a long time for just editing a few seconds of a movie. If I just cut from a recording like that, which is maybe 50 minutes, if I just want to cut the last minute away, then this program starts to render the complete movie, and it's about 3 hours gone, and then you are ready. So for smaller computers or laptops, I suggest that you don't use standalone programs which you download. Also, there are some really fascinating programs available for free. It's better to use online tools because they have the power of their server in the background. You don't have, if you don't have this power on your laptop or on your um, tablet, then you cannot really work with that. Yeah. So also this photos, the photo app in Windows 10 takes a long time to edit photos. The slideshow takes a long time, and the video editor takes a long time and needs a lot of power. So here's an introduction with Zoom. You make the workflow when you make, like here, we make now a recording of Zoom and I put it on the website. How does it work? Step by step. And you have also the video editor a little bit explained here, how it looks like the video editor from YouTube, which is online. So if you upload your video, you can go to the editor in the YouTube studio. This is also for free, and you can adjust it. But what you can is mainly mark some parts which you want to mask if they are copyrighted, or a face which you don't want to show in your movie. This is what you can do with this mask. You can add some titles in this movie. You can add the music or change the music. And you can cut it. You can, this zuschneiden means cut. You can cut it. What you cannot do in video editor is to make, for example, out of 2 small videos that you make one. So whenever you add here a video, it's not possible to combine these videos. So it's an editor for a ready film. If you want to adjust it, it's perfect. Yeah, cut the end, the beginning. This is one of the possibilities, and then YouTube renders it for 3 hours or 1 hour or whatever. But this doesn't affect you. In 3 hours, you go back there and see your video is rendered, for example. So this also takes a long time here on the video editor of YouTube, for example. And then you have a possibility, a quite nice possibility. I would also recommend you VLC, Videoland, the free movie player. Most probably you have that. You can record that. You just adjust under View, Ansicht in German. You can have your record button. You play your complete video or recording, and whenever you want a cut piece out of this long video, because you forgot, for example, to push the button end of your recording, then you can play here your video, and whenever you want a piece of this video, you record it. It is automatically stored on your hard disk or in your file where you define that. And then you go to the next piece and record again and end when it should end. You can go back and forward if you don't hit it the first time, and record it again. And then you have many pieces out of your long video here just with the VLC, and this goes in real time. So all you need to do is once play your video the whole length, and you have, as often as you recorded some parts out of it, you have these single videos which you directly can upload. You don't need to edit anymore. So a wonderful tool which may save you a lot of time. Other video editors, Ulrif is very much recommended by TG3. I tried it out on my laptop, which is usually not the slowest one, but broke down. So usually these programs are quite heavy and large, so only work on it on really good computers, on fast computers. So we are nearly through it. We have to add maybe some music to our slideshows or videos or whatever to enter it on this LearnDash course with a PowerPoint or with a Google slideshow. And this is where you get here on this royalty-free music stuff, is where you can get royalty-free music. There are a lot of resources also on the web, but you can get it from YouTube. This is the biggest audio library on YouTube, or there's another audio library here. You can also record your own karaoke songs, music, and sing to it. This is also possible. And one of the tools, or this tool you should use for that, is Audacity. This is the standard tool. You can make professional audio recordings with a lot of effects, echo and reverb, so that it really sounds like a professional. So this is a little bit here explained in these videos how you edit. It's a very simple program, very easy to work with. And if you want to sing a karaoke, this is quite a nice intro video here, how to sing like a professional singer in Audacity. So you can really adjust your voice. And if you are not at the exact tone, you even could adjust that in such a program if you play a little bit with it. So then we are back in our website in the LearnDash where we started before. So this is the site about what is WordPress and how you can make your own WordPress site. And then we have this other course, lesson 3 communication, lesson 3 for LearnDash. Yeah. So here you have LMS tools like LearnDash, the conference tool Zoom again, a quiz and how to make a quiz. You can do these quizzes in LearnDash, in Kahoot, or in Poll Everywhere. So we go to this page because we already spoke about the learning management system. This is where we started. LearnDash and Google Classroom is the two recommended systems where you can make a course like that. The conference tool Zoom, this is a must if you work with it. So forget Skype. Zoom is much better with all these possibilities. And then the tools here, we go to that. LearnDash, we know already a little bit about that. Integrated quizzes in LearnDash. A LearnDash quiz is mostly a test. Yeah, so it's a assessment, and you get a grading for that. So you have a lot of single choice and multiple choice questions. You can combine graphics together, which should fit then, and always give the correct answer. Then you grade your subscribers. This is one possibility of which is already in the LearnDash plugin integrated.